Dahlia seemed adamant about getting things over and done with. But just as she picked up the third cup of tea and was about to serve it, someone's hand stopped her. She turned around and found that it was Dustin. With a frosty expression, he said, "Let me do it this time." "You?" Dahlia did not understand what he was playing at. Knowing him, he wasn't one to bow down to others' wishes easily. Could he be doing this for her? "Who do you think you are? Do you think you are even fit to serve Grandma tea?" Dakota questioned arrogantly. She was here to shame Dahlia, not this good-for-nothing scumbag. "For me? You uncultured folks. How dare you speak in my presence?" Gloria lifted her chin, obviously dissatisfied. "It's just a cup of tea, what difference does it make who serves you? I'm in an absolutely brilliant mood today, so I'll personally serve you your tea. Here." Dustin picked up the cup and walked up to Gloria. Then, under everyone's disbelieving gaze, he emptied the entire cup over Gloria's head. Everything rained down on her tea, leaves, and all. Her whole face was wet, with tea leaves sticking all over. For a moment, there was pin-drop silence in the living room. Nobody had expected Dustin to pull such a reckless move. This was one of the most influential members of the Nicholson family. She was Regulus's third wife. Wherever she went, she was admired and respected by all. When had she ever been disgraced as such? "Dustin, how dare you?" Dakota was the first to react. "You must be out of your goddamn mind. How dare you humiliate Grandma like this? You dim-witted swine. Have you any idea what a grave mistake you've committed?" Gloria glared at him with such vengeance. Her body shook with anger. Having been in authority in such a prominent family for so long, she was used to humiliating others, never the other way around. My, such a fiery temper. "I guess one cup isn't enough to do the job. Here, have another." Dustin smiled mirthlessly and poured a glass of piping hot water before splashing it on Gloria's face. "Ah dash!" Gloria shrieked in agony as the water scalded her. The effect was almost immediate, and one side of her face soon became red and swollen. In hindsight, it looked pretty ridiculous and amusing. "Do you see this? This is what I call boiling hot water," Dustin said condescendingly as if educating them. "Rhys, have you gone mad? How dare you harm them?" Florence exclaimed in a state of shock and anger. It was bad enough that he had poured the first cup of tea on her. To pour a second cup, which was boiling hot, was simply too much. "When did I ever harm anyone? I'm merely serving an elder her tea." Dustin shrugged. Every family had its own rules. He understood that. If she only made Dahlia serve her tea as was customary in the family's practices, he could let that slip. But it was plain for all to see that Gloria had shamed Dahlia on purpose by spitting the tea on Dahlia, and he damn well wasn't going to sit by and watch her do as she pleased. "Guards! Where are my guards?" Gloria roared in a seething rage. Within seconds, 2 of her bodyguards, who stood guard outside the door, rushed in. "How dare this insolent brat touch me? Guards, beat him up. He needs a good beating to teach him some manners." Gloria roared. "Yes." The 2 bodyguards received their orders from Gloria and were ready to bring Dustin down. But they had barely approached him when Dustin gave them each a strong slap and sent them flying across the room, passed out on the spot. It isn't good practice to use your age as leverage. Dahlia is a potential successor of the family. What good will it do you to disgrace her in public like this? Have you ever considered what consequences you'll face if she ever becomes the next matriarch? Everyone gets old one day, but it's important to maintain your clarity and make wise choices. If you insist on being unreasonable and making things difficult, don't be surprised when I take action.